The conscious and the subconscious minds are very beautifully designed by a master designer, if you know what I mean, in that they have very separate functions and they work perfectly in tandem with each other. Probably a good way to illustrate it is to say this is the conscious mind and this is the subconscious mind. Actually, the conscious mind does about 10% of your thinking. It's responsible for about 10% of your conscious awareness, and the subconscious mind is at least 90% or more. When we talk about human potential and unlocking human potential, we mean unlocking the vast capacity or power of the subconscious. So what does the conscious mind do? Well, the conscious mind has certain specific functions. First of all, the conscious mind is objective. The conscious mind can look at the world clearly, if you like, with clarity, and think about it analytically. Objective by meaning without emotion. Second of all, the objective mind, or the conscious mind, is rational. And it is also discriminating. These are three of the qualities. In other words, it can discern the differences between truth and falsehood. It can analyze. It is sort of like the mathematical or unemotional part of the brain. The conscious mind has four major functions. The first function is that the conscious mind identifies incoming data. Now, incoming data can come from a variety of different sources. It can be thoughts that you have, or it can be things that are happening to you in the external world. So let us say you're walking across the street. This is your mind. You're walking across the street and you hear the roar of an automobile engine. Your eyes immediately turn to the right to see what the sound is and to identify what is that sound. When you see the automobile, you identify, you attach the sound to the car. The second thing that the conscious mind does is it compares that moving automobile to all other moving automobiles of your experience. Now, if you live in a big city like New York, when you see a car and you compare that moving automobile with other cars, you've seen 100,000, maybe 1 million cars moving, and your reflexes are very, very sharp. If you live in a country that doesn't have very many automobiles, chances are when you see a moving vehicle, your reflexes will be very, very slow. The comparison is done by, if you like, making a quick inspection into the subconscious and checking every single previous experience that you've had with moving cars. As that is done, as the comparison is done, you instantaneously get a response back. As a matter of fact, it is said that the subconscious functions at about 30,000 times the speed of the conscious mind, in that you can just have one glance, hear one noise, or think one thought in the conscious mind, and you can instantly trigger a reaction that might take an enormous amount, hours and hours of evaluation if you were to do it consciously. The third function of the conscious mind is that it analyzes. Once it has a response back in its comparison, it analyzes.